what I see a problem is why atheists are having a problem getting people to believe in the humanist religion of atheism is that there is no proof or evidence that atheism is accurate and correct. And here's the question. What proof or evidence can you guys provide that atheism is accurate and correct?
Well, Shock of God, I will actually answer this question for you, and I guarantee you I will get to it. But before I do, let me start off with a definition, because you seem to think that atheism is a humanistic religion. Atheism, by its base definition, is a lack of theism. It is to be without theism. It is to reject theistic claims. In this respect, you might find it surprising that you are in fact atheistic. And let me finish my argument here. For all you theists that are about to pause this video and flame me in comments, let me finish my argument before you do. If you subscribe to a particular theism, for instance Christianity, that means you do not accept the claims of another theism, for instance Islam. So when we say we're atheists, the general reason we say we're atheists is because we reject all major theism, and generally we reject the ideas behind all major theisms, which is to say that atheists don't believe in a God. That isn't to say we claim God doesn't exist. It's to say that we don't believe a God does exist. And there is a difference between the two. One is an absolute statement, one is a relativistic statement. Is that even a word? Relativistic? Now, atheism has a dogma. And for all you atheists out there that are about to pause this video and flame my comments, you too wait a second! I will get to my point. The single rule of atheism is you must find theistic claims not worth believing in. Was that so bad? Given this dogma as a basis, it is possible to answer the question, what proof or evidence do you have that atheism is accurate and correct? So what proof or evidence is there? The proof or evidence that atheism is accurate and correct is the proof or evidence that theistic claims are incorrect. And although atheism in and of itself is simply a classification of those that don't believe in a God or in a theistic claim, the dogma relates to the logical conclusions that one would reach based on the claims of theisms. So, whenever theisms provide a verifiable claim, atheism as a logical stance can be proven correct or incorrect. And whenever religions make verifiable claims, such as the Earth is the center of the universe, or that it's flat, and we set out to verify these claims, we tend to find out that they're not true. So, every time a verifiable claim by a religion is made that happens to be false, it adds a point towards the proof that atheism is a logical stance to take regarding that theistic claim. So what proof or evidence overall do I have that atheism is accurate and correct? The proof is the sum of all verifiable claims that theisms make, which we find are false. I provided 2 off the bat. So it seems to me that since theisms generally describe a perfect God, that if any claim in a theism was found to be false, that would debunk the entire theism, because that would mean that the overall claim that there is a perfect God, that there is an omniscient, omnipotent God out there, is false. Now there's way too many theistic claims which are verifiable and have been proven to be false, like the world was flooded entirely, to sum up in this video. But I would challenge theists, Christians, Muslims, etc., who pose this question, what proof or evidence do atheists have that atheism is accurate and correct? To search their theisms for verifiable statements, and then set out to verify those statements with evidence. And if they do verify those statements, that means you have proven atheism to be an illogical stance. And if you happen to come to the conclusion that atheists have come to, that these claims are unverifiable, or that they are in fact false, then you have contributed to the proof that atheism is a logical stance to take regarding theism. Now, all that being said, most atheists would respond to this question by turning it back, because the burden of proof is not on the person receiving the claim, but on the claimant. For the best example of this, and actually my recent video was on this, look up Russell's teapot. Pretty much, it just says that when I make a claim, I'm responsible for proving it. And I can't ask those who disbelieve my claim to prove me wrong, because that isn't a logical stance, and that doesn't prove my claim, and it doesn't prove that they're wrong about my claim, it just means that I have no proof for my claim. So yeah, that is my answer, and I actually have provided you with proof and evidence that atheism is accurate and correct in regards to it being a stance on theistic claims. Cheers. Think about it. To atheists in the audience, I hope the way I handled this question will help the answer reach its target audience. If you feel this answer is helpful, feel free to mirror this video. I'll be posting a link to download it shortly after. And pass it on to theists and to atheists alike. Because theists aren't going to stop posing this question. Because they think it's this grand, oh, this is the big proof for theism is the fact that the other side's wrong, which is, again, a very fallacious stance to take. But it helps to be able to address it. So if you think I did a good job, feel free to mirror it and pass it on. Cheers. Think about it.